Hi guys, welcome back. As promised, I'm back with another project share. This is a swap that is going out to Drinda. Drinda is Drinda123 on Instagram, and she's also Paper Crafting Doc on YouTube. And this swap is the Red Hot Valentine Swap. So you make one, receive one, and the requirements were 4 flowers, 4 bowls, 1 shaker, 1 wand, a sequins mix, and you have to have the word love somewhere on your swap, plus a sweet treat. And the other requirement was to follow her tutorial on this pocket that you're going to load up. And this is using a 12 by 12 paper from your stash, and you just turn it into these 3 pockets. So there's 1, 2, and then the 3rd one. But I also did make another pocket back here to hold my sequins mix. It's just a small pocket, and that's how my pocket is gonna go. So I used the paper collection, I think it's called My Valentine from Echo Park. I think it is My Valentine. And I had that in my stash from last year. I did purchase the love notes and My Valentine, but the love notes, I used it for another swap, and I used it all, almost all of it. I love these beautiful colors that they have on here. And so here on my pocket, I embellished the front with this layered heart cluster here. And this is a set of die that comes with the scalloped, the layering piece, and this teddy bear. And this, I think I got it off of Temu. And so that's what I did. I also created a rosette, and that cutting die, I think it's the Tim Holtz cutting die that I created, and I layered that. And then the teddy bear is layered on, I think it's a 1 mil foam, and then I used the glossy cardstock, the white from scrapbook.com, and then a silver, I think it's a silver cardstock from Dollar Tree. And then I put a gem in the center of the bowl. I also created some flowers and made a cluster here. Love these flowers. And then I cut out the word XOXO, and I'm thinking this is from KS Craft. So on here, on the edge of the pocket, I had used KS Craft's the Rick Rack die. So I cut it out in silver, and then I layered 1 here, and they all come in different shapes. So they come in the, I don't know what you call that, but they come in that shape. They come in like a Rick Rack shape, and then they have another shape that is on the top. And this bowl, I don't know where it's from, but I had it, I did cut a few of these in gold and silver, so I had a silver one, and then I put it on the center of the pocket. And I also created a little eyelet here, and I hung these heart ornaments on here to the side of the pocket using a garment pin. And then for the back pocket, I just created this dimensional pocket here to hold my sequins mix. And then I use a cut apart from the collection, and then cut it down to size to mat it. And then I matted the side and the bottom. So that's what my pocket looked like. And that is for whoever, whichever one, because I made 2. I made 1 for Drinda, and I made 1 for my swap partner. So here's my 4 bowls. So this bowl, it was in my stash. There was no label of where it's from, and I had it pretty much a long time. And I just started cutting out dies that I haven't cut out yet, only because I needed to. And I'm sure these bowls are upside down. There you go. So this is the flat heart bowl from KS Craft. I love this bowl. And then I lifted it up with some dimensional foam in each layer, so that way you can see how it's layered up and it's not flat. It's like a almost like a 3D, semi 3D bowl. So that's my 4 bowls. And then the next requirement was flowers, and I couldn't stop making flowers, so I just made more than 4 because I'm sure they can use. Who wouldn't want to have more than 4 flowers, right? I would love to have more than 4. So I made this simple shaker backing for my flowers, and so simple. I didn't even glue it down. It's just a clear cellophane bag that I used. You know, like how you package your, like how you're gonna slide this into a clear cellophane bag. That's what I did with the cardstock. I slid that cardstock in the clear bag, and then I poured some sequins in, and then I flipped it, and then I glued, and I had taken off the backing, the adhesive backing, and I just shut it down. So it's actually a shaker backing. And then I put all my flowers on there, so that way they can remove it easily from here. And they can do whatever they want with the backing. I mean, they can use the sequins, or they can sew it and make it permanent. But I use a mix of Scrap Diva and KS Craft cutting dies for my flowers. This is from the vintage tag die. And then this cutting die is from the embellishment book cutting die. And then these are from KS Crafts cutting die. I used the metal stamen in some of them, in some of the flowers, and in some I had cut out these gold stamens that you can use. It's a paper and make it look like metal, you know, but it's so pretty. I love how these came out. So, and the next requirement was to make 1 shaker, but since I made extras, I'm gonna gift the rest. I mean, more than 1, but they can surely use this. So I made the 2, which is the KS Craft balloon dies, the Valentine balloon dies. And these bowls, they are the Tim Holtz bow punch. It is so pretty. I love that punch. So easy to make dainty bowls. And then I cut, I don't know, I'm sorry. I wish I knew where this one came from. But that bowl, I cut it out in silver, glitter paper, and gold. And then this shaker is Erica's Scrap Divas, last month's release. And that is, I think, that one is, hold on, let me see if I can find it. That is a pretty die. I love that cutting die. Oh my gosh, where did I put it? Okay. I thought I had it here, but oh, here it is. This is what it looks like. And it is called Romantic Heart. So it comes in a very large, and then it comes in a smaller size. So this large, you'll see later how I used it. But that's how this cutting die is. The Romantic Heart. So that just came out last month. And that's what I use for the other shaker. And then this is my sequins mix. I'm sorry, I'm gonna try to open it so you can see. And I created this packaging. This is a die from KS Craft, and it is just a flat die, but I just built the box to put my sequins in, and that's what my sequence mix is. And it's so pretty. I used it in all my shakers, so I made a whole bunch and then just use it. I think I made 5 ones, because the other swap I did 3, and this swap I created 2, so I total of 5 ones that I created. So I am going to show you what my wand looks like. Here it is, and this is the heart that I've been talking about, the romantic heart. And this butterfly came out from my stash that I cut out of gold foiled and the red foiled cardstock, and then I did a center with sequins mix. And the word sprinkled with love is from Erica's die. I'm sorry, guys. I'm back. I'm sorry about my dogs. She's very, she has so much anxiety when she hears stuff. She's very, always barking at everything. We got 2 doxies. An older one, which is 16 years old, and then the younger one, which is barking now. She's going to be 3 next month. But anyway, this teddy bear is the same teddy bear that I showed you that I have on my pocket. I love this teddy bear. Doesn't it make you feel like Valentine's, you know? So what I did is I did make a shaker out of the heart. I cut the gold foil for the backing of the word, and then the white is the glossy white. And I do have the word love, so you have to have the word love. And then I had tied a tulle, a red tulle with glitters on it, make it a bowl. And these are the trims that I used. These ribbons were in my stash. I think some of them came from Target Dollar Spot and Dollar Tree. So I put a white mesh netting. First I layered the back with, let me flip it over. Let me show you what the back looked like. So, because I also decorated it in the back. So I did Erica's, maybe this was last year's rosette. It's a heart rosette. So I built it up on the rosette. So after I created the rosette, I added the netting. I added the doily, which is also Erica's die. And this is the Stamp Market die, the heart rosette. And this is all the trim. And then how I layered it was on top of that red rosette with the netting. And then I layered the romantic heart on it. And then the word and the butterfly and the bowl. Simple but pretty. I love how it turned out. And I love making wands. I guess that's why I chose to make the one in the other swap, because that was optional. But I love how this turned out. And then I have the sweet treat in here, and something else, a gift in here, and I'll have it to be a surprise for my swap partner and the host. But anyway, I'm gonna package this up, and then I'll just take you along with me as I package these guys up and put it in the box, and I'm gonna send it out tomorrow. So first off, I'm gonna put the sequins mix in. Sorry for the crinkling. I hope you guys are all doing great. I hope you had a great crafty day today. There you go. That's where it's gonna go, right in that pocket. And my, do I have a bag for that? Let me see. Put the shaker in. Or the wand. Are you folks still getting the cold weather where you're at? We're definitely in the cold weather. It's very unusual for us here in South Carolina. I mean, we normally do, but it's unusual for us to be having this much snow. When it snowed, had the storm, it was like, wow. It just, you know, when you come from Hawaii, I mean, I was so excited because I actually love the snow, right? So I was excited, but my husband, he's not really a fan of any cold weather, but I love the cold. Even if I'm from Hawaii, I love the cold. I just love the cold. So I'm gonna slide this here. I also got a goodie which I purchased, and then I made these simple bag toppers that I'm gonna put on my, you know, after I package them. So I'm just gonna slide it on and I'm gonna tape it to the packaging. And just a simple, I just had cut with the remaining scraps. I think this is 1.5 inches and by 5, and I cut it, and then I did a solid color of, I think this is 1.5 inches, and then what I did is scored 1/2 inch on the 1.5 inch side, and then I folded it, and then I glued it to the top, to the bottom of this piece, and I made a bag topper just so I could get it on, put it on like this, just to make it all pretty. So hold on, I'll be right back. I'm so sorry guys, I thought I was filming. I think it went off, or maybe I didn't put it back on. But all I did was package all these up, added the bag toppers, and that's what it's gonna look like, all loaded up. And now I'm just gonna put it in the larger cellophane clear bag with the adhesive on, and I will show you when I'm done. When I get done with it, I'll show you what it will look like. Okay guys, I know you guys didn't want to hear that crinkling while I slide everything in that bag, but here it is, all packaged up. I added the goodie bag in the same bag. It fit perfectly, and it looks so pretty, ready to go to the new home. So that's what both of them look like. And I hope my swap partner and the host like what I created. I really enjoyed doing it. I love Valentine's, the colors, everything just brings me joy. And I was ready to get back into crafting. But thank you so much everyone for stopping in and watching my video. Thank you for also subscribing. If you have subscribed, please like, and if you have any questions, leave it in a comment. I'll do the best to answer it. So you folks have a beautiful night and stay warm. And I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Have a wonderful week. Aloha.